We've arrived. Good afternoon. The 5th annual Upcycled Fashion Show. Let's hear it one more time. Oh my gosh. 5 years. Wow. 5 years of, I think I can make something out of this, to that belongs on the runway. 5 years of creativity, ingenuity, and probably at least a few moments of, this didn't go as planned, but try something new or something different anyway. And that's what today is about. Upcycled Fashion asks us to look at something familiar, something worn, something forgotten, something overlooked, and imagine what it could be. And somehow this community does that not just with materials and textiles, but with ideas and skills and with each other. Because what you're about to see isn't just clothing, it's problem solving, it's persistence, it's creativity with a sense of humor. And occasionally it's a sewing machine winning an argument. And in a world of fast fashion where trends move quickly, clothes are worn briefly, there's far too much that is thrown away. And this show offers a different perspective. It reminds us that clothing can have a second life, a third life, and a fourth, and that creativity can be an antidote to consumption. And that what we choose to make and remake can tell a deeper story about who we are and what we value. Like this sundress that used to be a window curtain. And it's the reason that something like this exists in year after year is because of a place that believes creativity should be shared, supported, and accessible. Maker's Mill isn't just a building, it's a community makerspace where people come together to learn new skills, take risks, teach each other. It's where there's classes and conversations, first attempts and lifelong passions under one roof. It's a place where someone can walk in not knowing how to sew, and a few weeks later, they're designing something for the runway. And that kind of impact doesn't just stay inside those walls, it spreads into this show, into this town, and into the lives of everyone who walks through the doors. This has grown into something truly special over the last 5 years, a reflection of the mill community itself. Inventive, welcoming, a little scrappy in the best possible way, and always full of heart. And this year, that sense of heart feels especially important, because tonight we are dedicating the show to someone who has helped shape not just this event, but the organization and the community behind it. Please join me in welcoming Carol Holyoke to the stage. If you spend any time at Maker's Mill, you already know Carol. And if you don't know Carol, there's a good chance she knows you. Carol has been part of this organization since the very beginning. Don't make me cry, oh my God. Stop. Okay, back when it was just an idea shared at a potluck. And somehow, from that moment on, she has been everywhere, helping build, guide, support, organize, and occasionally keep things from completely falling apart. Which, let's be honest, is a critical skill in any creative space. She's been in the early days with Gala, she was on the roofs installing solar, she was in the dirt helping build community gardens, and then all the way through the mill, where if you've seen our calendar of events, we've got almost 30 or 40 more classes on the calendar every month. But what really defines Carol is not just what she's done, but how she's done it, with patience and thoughtfulness, the kind of steady care that helps people feel supported, even when they're trying something new that can be intimidating. The program that you have says that her impact has been incredibly meaningful and is often behind the scenes and quiet, and that her influence is woven into the show and to Maker's Mill, and that feels exactly right. Because like upcycling, the most powerful transformation don't happen all at once. They happen over time, 20 years, through care, attention, and a belief in what's possible. Carol, as you head into your next chapter, we want to say thank you. Thank you for your leadership, your generosity, your humor, and the countless ways you've helped build this community. And also, we're pretty sure the retirement means you'll have more time to make incredible things anytime. So we fully expect to see you work back on the runway and at the mill. Please join me in celebrating Carol Holyoke. All right, and now what you've all been waiting for. Let's celebrate everything that this community creates. Sit back, enjoy the show, prepare to be inspired by what happens when creativity, craftsmanship, sustainability, and a whole lot of heart come together. Welcome to the runway. Take it away, Jean and Francie.
Hi, Francie. Yeah, hi. Here we go.
Now you can hear us.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's our pleasure to guide you through today's celebration and innovation and sustainable fashion. Today, you'll see the remarkable talents of innovative designers who have transformed discarded materials into extraordinary garments. Their creations embody the essence of and reimagined, repurposed fashion, proving that style doesn't have to come at the expense of our planet. As we embark on this journey, let's open our minds and hearts to the possibilities of sustainable fashion. Together, we can embrace creativity, support our local designers, and champion a more eco-conscious future.
So Francie, you did this last year, but you were in a different outfit last year than you were this year. So where did your outfit come from?
This was put together from some fabric that was donated to the Maker's Mill fabric swap, and just thought it would be something really super comfortable. It even has little secret pockets for my phone.
Yeah.
Jean?
So my pants came from this donated fabric, and then the sides are all these brocade pieces that came. They were donated way back, and they're not enough piece fabric to make anything out of. So when these pants were a little too snug, they became the sides. And then, well, I was gonna do a tuxedo top, but by the time we made the third muslin, I was like, no, no, I'm done. Sometimes the upcycled fashion just isn't quite there. Maybe next year it'll become something. So let's get started.
Okay. First up, we have a designer and model. This is Trina Crochet.
With a bear of a project.
And Trina saw this vintage bear coat at the Maker's Mill fabric swap and immediately thought of the Doris Day movie, where inside the coat was a vibrant and unexpected lining. Silky material for the lining was also at the swap, and Trina thought that they were just meant for each other. This undertaking turned out to be quite a bear of a project.
Trina took into consideration the age of the fragile pelt and redesigned the coat into a vest. She was then able to make a hat as an unexpected bonus. While working with the silky lining, Trina enjoyed learning a new skill and be quite adept at sewing with the serger. Once she got the hang of it, she decided to use the excess fabric to create a matching skirt. This set is very warm, and Trina's looking forward to wearing it next winter.
This next coat is a quilted kimono designed by Jeannie Crescenzo. The timing was perfect. She finished the coat just before winter hit.
And what a winter it was. She's enjoyed wearing it all winter. To create this jacket, Jeannie started with upcycled fabric and leftover materials in her stash, then quilted some upholstery swatches in a chevron pattern. This coordinated nicely with the tapestry weave skirt, which used remnants from a friend's decorating project. The skirt has a brocatelle lining from the DIY thrift store.
Due to the bulky nature of the fabric, the project underwent several design revisions. Working with the quilted fabric can present its own set of challenges, and Jeannie devised some very clever solutions. You can see more of Jeannie's handiwork at our vending station in the lobby.
Jeannie has also become adept at a serger over the last couple of years. Linda Hess, her upcycled leftover, she's calling it a bathrobe. We think it's worthy of being a coat. Her unique design upcycles a traditional fisherman knit sweater. The yarn is beautiful, soft, and classic. The pattern is nearly identical to one she had made years ago. She's had this project in mind for over a year and has enjoyed getting input from crafty friends and family.
After much deliberation, Linda decided that the crocheted granny squares would be the way to fashion the skirt. She framed each granny square with yarn that matched the sleeves and complemented her color scheme.
Then she added a unique set of buttons from several sources, including she crocheted some of the buttons when you get a chance to look at it more closely.
What a wonderful finishing touch.
Eli Emanuel designed these next two garments from Ghana, Africa. The models are Bernie Monboquet and Terry Vanderlyn. They're Sansa men's shirt and a Sansa dress.
The Sansa fabric is rooted in Ghanaian traditions, representing a method of mixing and matching textiles. The revered art of Sansa is one long piece of fabric created by carefully piecing together smaller blocks. Every thread, every weave embodies the weight of tradition, culture, and history.
Terry Vanderlyn is wearing a stunning dress with contrasting facing and cuffs. It is also made from the very impressive and meaningful Sansa fabric.
Notice the painstaking attention to detail that went into crafting this special fabric. Developing Sansa fabric is very time-consuming. It's a very time-consuming process that can take 2 to 3 days just to create 2 yards of fabric. Every design element, color, and pattern holds sacred meaning, celebrating our history, our cultures, and resilience.
Noah Buckner and Nolan Gord are going to show off 2 pieces that I made from denim shirts. These are like my everyday denim shirts. So I found a college notebook that I had designs in it, and I recreated the back with the embroidery from that design. And the second one is an indigo dye clasp that I took and made that snowflake, and to which I've added beads and applicated on the back of the shirt. So I wear these every week in the mill. So if you're ever in the mill, you'll see me in one of those shirts.
Nice. Okay. Oh, here we go. We have a lot of movers, 4-H movers and makers now. Here we go.
So a Movers and Makers class is our Wednesday night program, a Wednesday afternoon program, and they made these aprons in the class.
What a clever way to reuse denim jeans. Sewing machines were used to zigzag all around the edges and to attach the next strap and waist ties. They used embroidery machines to stitch their names on the fabric, and they made labels to apply to their aprons, making each one truly unique. Our models are
Sophia Quintoa,
okay,
Mateo Quintoa,
Scarlett Carter, Lila Bonaguro, and Emily Bonaguro.
Lila Rogers,
Grace Diachenko,
and Emmett Custo. Great. They have fun developing friendships as they learn new skills in all of the shops at the Maker's Mill. They do electronics and woodworking and sewing and, yeah.
So they have a lot of fun developing friendships and learning new skills that build confidence and inspire creativity. Thank you guys. You did a great job. I'm so glad you could join us.
This is Joan Scapicchio's jacket modeled by her good friend Linda Ouellette. Joan was inspired by a jacket she saw at the first Upcycled show and has been wanting to make a quilted jacket ever since. You'd never guess, but this lovely jacket was actually made from a bedspread. What an impressive transformation.
And this is Joan modeling her jacket with pieced batik squares. She had been talking about at the Maker's Mill about quilting a jacket, and Jean offered these pieced squares that she had put together from donated curtain fabric. And Joan was inspired to put it all together. Joan enjoyed the support she found during the Upcycled Mingle Nights at the Fiber Arts Circle. Great work, Joan. They came together beautifully.
So our lovely Carol Holyoke is wearing a foiled wool jacket that's been remodeled by Bobby Stave. It started as a long-loved LL Bean jacket and needed a bright lining to reinforce the wool. The applique on the front and back was taken from a Mexican embroidered table runner. The edges are finished by hand with a blanket stitch, and new buttons give the plain wool new color and life.
Very nice. And this is Cassie Coons. She's showing us a collection of market bags designed by John and Jan Brooks. These mesh bags were crafted with the very vibrant Ghanaian wax print batik fabrics. They combine traditional textile design with everyday function, featuring sturdy straps for comfortable carrying, and each bag is both durable and lightweight.
They're perfect for market trips, beach days, daily use, and they bring a pop of color to practical, reusable design.
And this next project was designed by Jean and is modeled by Sandy Hargey.
This vest began as an embroidery doodle on the bottom of an old leg of jeans. The jeans were leftovers from a Lions Club project that we joined with the Lions Club for making ditty bags out of denim. So I was doodling on it in the evenings, and it became the back, and then I had to find the denim for the front and doodle some more to make the rest of the jacket. And
Came out great.
Cheryl Ann Pierce is the designer and the model of this vest called Flutterby. The donated women's denim skirt was reconstructed to create a cape to which a freestanding lace embroidered butterflies were sewn. These butterflies came to the mill in a frame from the Madeira Embroidery Thread Company. We didn't have the wall space to display them, so Cheryl Ann carefully removed them to use in this cape. The standing collar was crafted from a variegated piece found at the Upcycled Fashion Show Holding Swap.
As an added bonus, a donated piece of sari silk was used to create that beautiful lining in order to make it reversible.
Trina Crochet is coming back with her London rain poncho. With downsizing her reusable tote bag inventory, Trina decided to take advantage of the weather resistance nature of the totes. With a special interest in the UK, Trina used images with a London theme and transformed them into a unique and stylish raincoat. This project presented a unique set of challenges. She needed extra material So she cleverly repurposed a vinyl tablecloth, which was just right for the job. This fun and colorful poncho is sure to brighten up any drizzly day.
Our next model, Debbie Hopkins, is here to show some very unique travel bags. These are designed by Marsha Christensen and Cheryl Ann Pierce. The patchwork pocket and the book bag reuse leftover scraps from making original bags for the Batik Boutique. The extra large travel bag has a strap which fits easily over the handle of a carry-on bag. There we go, and she's modeling all the interesting features of these bags. The same strap contains a secret zipper pocket, and that's to secure your passport and valuable items. Inside the main bag is a large zipper pocket to keep the items safe during travel. The bag fits snugly under your airplane seat, so it counts as a personal item, and the book bag is hand-pieced using hand-stamped and dyed batik. This fits inside the big book bag, so you could easily stow your reading material. And you can see more handiwork like this at the Batik Boutique vending station in the lobby after the show. There you go. Thank you, Debbie.
Marsha Christensen is the model an upcycled Sansa duffel bag that was designed by the women from the Schoonhoven cured leper colony in Ghana. Various churches in the Volta region of Ghana donate used clothing to the Schoonhoven cured lepers village, and some of the fabric from unused clothing is repurposed to create beautiful patchwork bags
Very nice.
as part of the self-help program.
4 women sew the patchwork fabric into bags as part of the self-help program, as we said, using treadle sewing machines, and 4 women in wheelchairs sew the fabric bags. Monthly for the last 7 years, Amenyo Foundation has provided food and medicine for 63 resident cured lepers.
It looks like this organization has clearly embraced the idea of upcycling. What a worthy endeavor. And you can see more designs at the boutique vending table in the lobby.
Aha, and now modeling here, this is Stephanie Waltershield wearing her Revolution jacket and garden skirt. The jacket is made from a toile fabric panel as part of a winter coat. She envisioned a military-style crop jacket and reused old fire department buttons from her father's dress uniforms.
Steph loves mixed media fashion, so she combined several fabric remnants and leather pieces to create her floral skirt. She embellished the flowers with hand-sewn leather appliques. The contrasting kick pleat in the back adds a fun and unexpected design element. Stephanie learned a lot about sewing in making this.
So up next is her daughter Riley Waltershield, modeling her resistance jacket. It was originally an oversized women's blazer, and the inspiration for this upcycled jacket came to Riley after borrowing one of her mom's military-style crop jackets. She knew she wanted to embellish it with lots of different styles of buttons and patches.
She was excited to learn that she could create her own custom patches. First, she drew out her original designs, then transferred them to the computer on the Baker's Mill embroidery machine. The phrase on the back of this military-style jacket is, "Resistance is female." Riley wanted to make a statement that as women, we have to stick together and resist anyone or anything that tries to hold us down. She has already worn the jacket in the winter play at Kingswood Regional Middle School. Awesome job, Riley.
Okay, and here is Emily Bonagurio modeling her upcycled skirt and shirt outfit. The design is created with clothing that no longer was needed. Emily saw the potential and knew that this would be fun and satisfying upcycling project. And go ahead.
Scarlett Carter is showing off her
Pants to purse.
pants to purse outfit, and which she made from a pair of jeans. Okay.
And notice the contrasting straps and pockets out of zebra skin for a lot of extra creative zip. Nice job, Skylar.
So she learned her sewing skills at the Makers and Movers, and then decided to make those useful in making her purse.
Our next designer has created a special line of fashions that she calls I Love Japan. This is Tammy Brandon, and Tammy's father told her of his faraway adventures while stationed in Japan. This led to her spending years living in Japan, studying its culture and fashion. She saw the beauty in Japan's stunning silk kimonos, as well as in the items of everyday use. Tammy's thoughtful designs represent cultural items in a non-traditional way, which is meant to be respectful and inspiring. These are her 4 primary pieces. We have a Western nylon winter coat with the whole covered by a traditional Japanese linen called a noreen.
A modern-day rayon kimono decorated with a traditional Japanese towel called a tenugui, worn to a sumo tournament.
And then thrifted cotton pants adorned with a redesigned 1980s Japanese blouse depicting a famous kabuki theater actor from the 1600s.
The special green t-shirt was Tammy's father's. It is intertwined with an American Red Cross t-shirt depicting locations in Japan. Tammy also added a COVID face mask, cut out cotton designs, and iron-on patches. On the back is a graphic from a 2012 t-shirt entitled March of Death. It is a truly inspired collection. Thank you, Tammy.
Okay. Up next is Jennifer McLean's hand-painted oilskin drover. This is modeled by Nate Reed. The authentic Australian outback dry-as-a-bone coat inspired Jen's artistic talents. On the back of the cape is a hand-painted iconic image from one of Jen's favorite childhood movies, The Man from the Snowy River. This image depicts the most famous scene from the movie with Jim Craig following wild mustangs and a valuable runaway thoroughbred, jumping off a cliff to escape adventure. What an artistic way to illustrate such a powerful image.
This definitely deserves a closer look. And you can see more of Jen's handiwork at her vending station in the lobby.
So it seems like hand-painting original designs can be a wonderful and creative outlet and a perfect way to upcycle fashions. Here is Bobby Stave's hand-painted bomber jacket, modeled by Noah Buckner.
This well-loved jacket belonged to Bobby's husband, Bob, and it served him well until it was retired to the coat closet. She learned about acrylic paint pens and how much fun they could be, and decided to embellish the leather with a bit of whimsy in the form of clouds and paper airplanes. Bobby shows us that when it comes to creativity, the sky's the limit. Maggie Kahau is our model, showing off the Under the Sea pashmina with Sandy Hargy redesigned.
Sandy transformed this pashmina scarf into a flowing accessory, inspired by the movement and hues of the ocean. With a bit of trim and thoughtful sewing, this piece takes on new life, echoing the colors and rhythm of the sea. Thank you, Maggie. Beautiful. Well, look what we have here. This is Phyllis McDonald and her service dog, Millie. Phyllis is wearing Bobby Stave's orange circle vest that can be dressed up or down with a coordinating detachable scarf.
Millie's wearing a leash and a collar that's custom made from Barking Dog. It's made from vegetable tanned English bridle leather with solid brass hardware on both collar and leash. Leader of the Leather Circle, Jennifer McLean, has a vendor table, and you can see more doggy items there. Thank you, Millie. Thank you, Phyllis.
Well, you know, when it comes to upcycling items, Bobby Stave is just unstoppable. This next collection is called the Pashmina Posse, and our models are Rigby Reed, Emma Schleck, and Melissa Burke.
These light, versatile accessories can be casual and comfy on a cool evening and elegant for any occasion. Bobby's redesign means you don't have to actually fuss with holding them in place and keeping them on your shoulders. That's what she loves to do with pashminas. Thank you.
Here's another African-inspired creation called the Sansa Duster. It's designed again by Eli Emanuel and modeled by Wendy Mombuket. As we saw with Eli's designs earlier in the show, this coat is fashioned from the revered Sons of Fabric with black satin shawl collar for a striking contrast.
Each of Eli's garments weaves a timeless narrative, a masterpiece that honors heritage and inspires future generations. And so they see their work out on the
Here's another one of Bobby Stave's creations, is this pieced wool jacket. It's modeled by Jess Cole. This jacket was pieced from samples of hand-dyed wool using the serger. And a cool thing about this is that it's actually reversible, since it can be worn with the serged seams showing as a design element in the style of the artist Mondrian. The jacket has already been proudly displayed at the New York City Market Week with its new owner. Congratulations, Bobby. And here's Al Klein modeling the Peacock Duster. And this is another one of Jean's designs that uses very interesting dyeing technique.
That's right, this coat is actually a commercial tablecloth, a cotton commercial tablecloth, so it has a nice dense cotton. I ice dyed it to get this beautiful pattern. So ice dyeing, you fold your fabric up into pleats and you carefully manipulate it. And then what you're doing is you're putting ice over that, and then you put the powdered dye on top of it, and it goes through, as the ice melts, it freezes and thaws and makes everything split, all the colors split apart. We do a summer class in August, ice dyeing.
And now it's time to really get comfortable. This is another one of Bobby Stave's designs, modeled by Noah Buckner. Step back, oh, so tired and comfy. Step back in time and shop in your basement bins for vintage chenille bedspread. How cozy is this garment? Plenty of room to tuck in your feet and curl up on the couch with a good book. And just rest with your head on this custom super soft pillow.
Bobby Stave's been very busy. Denise Fairman is going to model another design by Bobby Stave with lace trim on a denim top. Bobby made quite a few revisions during the creation of this piece. Originally, it was going to be a short denim patchwork vest. During the design process, though, Bobby decided to lengthen it and add appliques and sleeves made from vintage doilies. For added interest, the neckline is embellished with remnants of lace.
This outfit pairs so nicely with a unique denim bag that's designed by Jane Schmidt. Jane created a very expressive piece with collected treasures and embroidered details that truly make this one of a kind. And this is Rigby Reed wearing Bobby Stave's silk wedding vestment. The main panels of this vintage silk are from a deconstructed Japanese obi. The side pieces are remnants of silk curtains. Bobby wore this very special vestment to Rigby's wedding last September.
She was honored to officiate their vows. since she was the person who introduced Ricky to her husband, Nate. Handmaking this garment was a labor of love for two young people starting their life together.
And here's Diane Cooney here to show us her layer on layer pants. These light and airy pants were created, believe it or not, from a tablecloth found at a local thrift store.
Its vibrant color immediately reminded Diane of spring. Creating these pants essentially meant constructing two pairs layered together. Notice how Diane precisely matched the border pattern across the legs that can be quite challenged, and it's worth giving extra care and attention.
The longer layer of the pants was made from another thrifted pair of linen pants to achieve the flared leg style. Diane incorporated a set of napkins into the hem, widening the leg. It's a very resourceful solution, and now we're ready for spring.
And her top, she finished last night, with another dyed tablecloth.
There's no stopping her. Sandy Parquet is here wearing her secret expressionist vest. This design began with two thrift store garments. One was an oversized tweed blazer with a peplum, and the other a too small pleated skirt. Sandy loved the heathered teal wool of the blazer, and the fabric of the skirt reminded her of her two favorite artists, Joan Miro and Paul Klee. Although this project presented significant challenges, Sandy was able to improve her sewing and pattern drafting skills thanks to the guidance and support of the community at the Maker's Mill.
This is Emma Blanton, and take a look at these stylish jeans. Emma loved this pair of jeans but wanted to modify the size. So she came up with a brilliant idea to split the seams open, add panels of corduroy, making bell bottoms with a custom flare. Then she embellished the side seams with some decorative trim from another pair of jeans. This gives some exciting visual interest and really highlights Emma's personal flair.
And check out that extra bling on the back pockets.
And her top, she got her top at a thrift store that was very old lady because she brought it into one of our fiber mingles. And she was like, I needed to do this, this, and this. So we taught her how to use the serger and get it to fit her and change the neckline.
With a few modifications, now she's totally up to date.
Coming up, we have some of our younger designers. Abigail Hewitt is wearing an outfit she calls Tied Up in Love, a collaborative effort from the design team of Kayla, Abigail, and Tisha. The dress and vest are made from a tuxedo shirt and jacket, and a number of men's silk ties from the online Buy Nothing site. They were inspired by the original classy vibe of a tuxedo and ties and used them to produce a modern dress to suit this 10-year-old fashionista.
Abigail even learned to use a serger during this process, and after starting with so many ties in various colors and patterns, it was amazing to watch this piece come together. Abigail can rock this dress with kicks for a fun day out or dress it up with patent leather shoes. It'll truly suit any occasion. Nice job, Abigail. Here's another young designer. This is Aurora Thompson, and she has her friend Fuzzy with her. And she's modeling her disco dream dress.
Aurora was drawn to this pretty shirt and sparkly dress that she saw at a thrift store. They were both sized for adults, but with some clever alterations, she was able to achieve a perfect fit. Aurora envisioned the skirt with a wavy texture, so she added extra layers on top of the shirt, and the straps of the dress were used to create the belt.
Aurora embellished the bodice with some beads that looked like a sash. To make the skirt more colorful, she added these blue and purple ribbon patterns to make a flowing umbrella. You really have an eye for detail.
Here's Riley Walterscheid with another inspired upcycling project. She saw this vintage prom dress at the clothing swap and started sketching ideas immediately. With a soft sheet of print fabric, Riley made a new bodice. She chose a red belt for an accent piece and added a fabric bow to tie it all together.
Riley's planning to wear this to her last dance of the year at the Kingswood, and it's right before her 13th birthday. Wonderful. Enjoy the celebration. Now here's a very elegant dress modeled by Courtney Drake. This was originally a long sleeve. Your hair looks just beautiful. I almost didn't recognize you. I'm sorry. Threw me for a second. But take a look at what a lovely job she did. After shortening the hem, she used the remaining fabric to create light and flowy butterfly sleeves. Just for fun, Courtney added a lace peekaboo gussets in the sleeves and matching gusset to the skirt for a little extra kick. After making all of these changes, Courtney now has a lovely dress that really reflects her own personal style. Okay, now that concludes our Maker's Mill Upcycling Fashion Show. And before we finalize everything, let's have all of our models and designers come on out so we can really appreciate what a wonderful job they did. This has truly been a remarkable journey, witnessing the creativity and dedication of all our designers.
Each transforming pre-loved materials into stunning and sustainable fashion statements. Their innovative designs not only showcase their talent, but also highlight the importance of reimagining and repurposing in fashion.
And here's Josh to tell us a little bit about the raffle that we've all been waiting for.
All right, let's hear it one more time. Okay, I'm going to buy a little time while somebody is going to grab the raffle tickets. I wanted to say a couple thanks. First, thank you, Jean and Francie, for awesome emceeing. Thank you to Wolfeboro Community TV is in the house and has recorded this for a broader audience. So if you have other friends who want to go or wanted to check it out, make sure you tell them to tune in to WCTV. Thank you. Scott and the team, Scott Geisler and the team, I see you up there. Thank you. Team of Performing Arts, you rock. Love it here. Cassandra from Granite Stag Photo and Video for volunteering to take some awesome photos out back. That was amazing. Thank you. Jerome from JC Signs for all your help with all the banners. Amazing. Thank you. And of course, our incredible volunteer team who pulls all this together. There is an immense amount of details that go into this. Watching Bobby run around with that headset like Grand Central, like, oh my gosh, Inner Element. Thank you to all the volunteers. Incredible amount of hours that went into this. So give her a round of applause to the team. All right, where is the quilt? Here it comes. So, one of the ways that we are helping to, oh, look at this. Let's just take a moment. Speaking of ice dyeing, am I right, Jean?
Yep, this quilt was ice dyed in our class as a demo. came out so beautiful, we decided we had to quilt it up. And we didn't get our grant this year, so it was like, okay, this was the point of the raffle, was like, we need to pay for this, having this wonderful space to have our show in.
Exactly,
So-
yeah, we've been underwritten by a grant here and there in some past years, and because that didn't happen this year, we got creative, and people got creative and generous, and so we raffled this off. So, Ren is gonna pick a ticket, so mix it up. Okay.
And I need you to tell you, before Ren
Yeah,
picks.
hold on, thank you, go ahead.
Ren is wearing, could you walk to center stage for us, Ren? So Ren is wearing a skirt that is made from curtains that Josh made for her.
I had some
It's
help.
actually a whole top there, that's right, it's got ribbon shoulders on it. And, yeah, so Josh spent some time in the fiber department learning how to sew that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ren.
Okay, all right, Ren, you ready? We're gonna pick a ticket, just one. Everybody get your tickets out? Yeah, that was the one, okay. Here we go. Jen Neuer. You here? Let's go, Jen. Give it up to Jen. Jen, come on up. All right, congratulations, Jen. So, again, thank you for coming. This show wouldn't be much without you, the audience, and your enthusiasm and support. Please stick around if you want a closer look at these amazing models and designs. There's a lot of detail in a lot of these. So if you want a closer look, they're all going to be hanging out in the lobby. And also, there's some great vendors out there who I watched put a lot of time into preparing for this debut and this show. So tons of stuff. We hope to mingle and hang out in the lobby. Check it out. Come find us at Maker's Mill. Free tours every Friday at 10 o'clock and the first Saturday of the month. There, maybe you're going to be up here next year. Right? All right. Thank you.